I think one of the key things that I should do just for the benefit of your audience is kind of let them know what Skyward Bound Solutions does at its core, right? We build customized plans for individuals to reach and obtain and maintain generational wealth. And we do this by focusing in three pillars, right? Housing, investing, and consulting. And we can go into more details as we discuss. Your team can check me out on www.skywardbnd, that's boy Nancy dog.com. So your question, why did I start? What inspired me? God put in my heart and on my lips a scripture that kind of stuck with me. And it was actually Proverbs 29:18, where there's no vision, the people perish. And that's why it's interesting that you had mentioned vision at the front here, Dr. King, because that is critical, right? And even though I had that scripture, and we keep that in everything that we do, even to this day, um, it still took me a while to really own kind of this business idea, this full entrepreneurial journey. It didn't really hit me until I bought my first house at age 25. I was in West Hartford,
Mm.
Connecticut, and I was an engineer. I was making good money. I knew what I was making. I knew what it took me to get that house. And I was invited over to an associate's house, and he was a plumber or an electrician, and his house was immaculate. It was beautiful. I mean, and it was in the same area. And I said, "Hey, if you don't mind, can you help me understand, like, how are you doing this? What do you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm a plumber." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Like, you own the plumbing company?" And he was like, "No, I'm just a plumber." And I was just kind of like, "Okay, well, if you don't mind me asking, your house is beautiful. Like, is there a secret?" Right? I was searching at that time. And he said, "Oh, my grandma gave me this house, and I just took out $100,000 loan and redid the whole inside." And so we got to talking, and he relayed to me that if he had to buy his exact house with just his salary from his W-2 and nothing else, he wouldn't be able to afford the home he was living in. And that's when it clicked. It was like, man, what more people need to know what this generational wealth is, to be able to gift a child or a relative a property and give them that automatic leg up. That's what really made it sink in for me. So I used my engineering precision and problem solving capability and my strategic vision to really try to drive home really customized plans for individuals so that they can feel that and ideally give something to the next generation.
That's amazing. So you mean many a times what shapes the way we think and the way we reason come from like places that we least expect. And that's what you are saying right now. And I'm very, very excited about that. So you have been able to move from engineering to innovation. Tell me about your innovative approach to starting this company.
Yeah, that's a good question too. So I think one piece that's key is to understand, why I became an engineer, right? Growing up, I had the nickname Mr. Y, right? I was always curious. You could tell me anything from believable to not believable, and my first follow-up question is going to be why. So that's where I got that name, Mr. Y, and that led me into engineering, and it was really because curiosity was my first classroom, right? So I went from asking why to learning how to then leading others, right? And so I think that journey helped me get comfortable with being able to kind of move from engineering to leadership